Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here on a Thursday. It is the start of high school football season in the state of Ohio. Later this evening, and of course, we have a big Thursday night matchup for you. Shady Side traveling to Martins Ferry. It should be a great game. And then Friday night in our game of the week roundup, we have Bel Air playing their first game at home under the lights at Nelson Fields. Never happened before, taking on Buckeye Local. So a lot going on, and we are having some fun with the topic today. I hope we have some fun with the topic today. It's the Tooth Fairy. It's National Tooth Fairy Day, and I'm sorry we're a little bit late. We had some technical issues, but we got everything straightened out. So better late than never. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to have some fun with this. And Billy Joe jumped in earlier. Yes, $1. What are we talking about? National Tooth Fairy Day. My question is, do you believe? I do. How could I not? And how much should the Tooth Fairy be leaving these days? Of course, we have inflation, shrinkflation. We have all kinds of issues with the economy. I would imagine the Tooth Fairy has to feel that pinch as well. So, what's going on there? Did you find out Ray Sex Big Red YouTube channel is? I have not. So we will have to find out later. All right. Don't know where that is. So anyways, back to the Tooth Fairy, National Tooth Fairy Day. Do you believe? And how much should the Tooth Fairy leave on the pillow or under the pillow? When I was a kid, it was a quarter. So I don't know how much it's changed. I hear random figures being shouted out. I see $1. Billy Joe going with $1. Then I've heard some people say $5. And then, people get, a little bit outrageous. Could be $10. And then my other question is, if you're out there and you're wondering, well, I want to get my tooth out. It's a little bit loose. What is the dumbest thing you've done to try and get a tooth out to get the Tooth Fairy to come and get a little cash? And don't tell me you haven't thought about this. If maybe you haven't done it, but don't tell me you haven't thought about it, because, it's like, all right, just pull it out. It's wiggling. I mean, I remember apples always seemed to be the thing for my mom and dad. They were like, okay, have an apple, bite an apple. It'll take it out of there. Then, of course, you have the TV situations where you have people, I'll tie a toaster to my tooth and throw the toaster over the steps and see if it yanks the tooth out. So a lot of different ways. And let's see. Trish, good morning. Trish, Tooth Fairy, do you believe? And how much does the Tooth Fairy leave these days? And has inflation impacted the Tooth Fairy? That's what we're talking about. And what's the dumbest thing you've ever done to try and get a tooth out, to try and get the Tooth Fairy to come to your house? Now, the interesting thing, the legend of the Tooth Fairy really began in 1927. Esther Watkins Arnold put an 8-page play together. And that was really the beginning where everybody found out about the legend of the Tooth Fairy. And of course, the Tooth Fairy had been around for years and years, but that was when the legend was born. And Trish is going with $1. So it seems like $1 is the price of the day. So that sounds reasonable. I would think for the Tooth Fairy, that sounds reasonable. I have heard people say, like your front tooth, you're going to get more than you would if it's just kind of a side tooth. So, I don't know. Maybe I would still think, maybe back in my day, maybe it was $1 for a front tooth, but now maybe some people are giving out $5. Is that a possibility? Yes, I'm with you on that. 25 cents. That was the magic number. And that was a big deal. Got the 25 cents Tooth Fairy coming. You never knew how the Tooth Fairy did it, but the Tooth Fairy'd show up, boom, and you get a little cash. And then, back in the day, though, 25 cents, you could buy a bunch of candy. You could buy some gum. You get two 25-cent pieces, and all of a sudden you've got yourself an ice cream cone when the Good Humor Man would stop by, or the ice cream man would come by in the truck. So the Tooth Fairy out and about. Today's a big day for the Tooth Fairy. So again, do you believe? How much should he leave? That's the question. Other thing is just to talk about. Managed to get my daughter off to school yesterday. Took her out to college out in Athens, OU, and pretty good this year. Pretty good. First year, I was a bit of a mess. Everybody was a bit of a mess. A lot of crying, a lot of all that stuff, and just had to remind her, hey, you're ready to do this, and she's done great. Second year, still some crying, but not as much. Not as much. Everyone thought it was me that was crying, but I managed to hold it together. And then this year, it's our third year. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. But we did do our traditional IHOP to start the new school year. Seems like every semester we ended up at IHOP before the school year starts. So we were thinking about some other things yesterday, and I said, Isabella, you know what? Your brother doesn't get a vote. I don't get a vote. Your mom doesn't get a vote. What do you want to do? IHOP. And of course, she had chicken tenders at the IHOP, but she just wanted to be at the IHOP. I got the pancakes. And here's the thing. I was going to get I got the buttermilk classic, 3 pancakes, got a little bacon, got a little hash browns. It was nice. That was dinner time, and then I had to drive home. So a little later than I had hoped, but everybody got where they needed to be in one piece. But then I didn't see it. It was right next to me, and I would have tried it. Maybe if it was, maybe I would have changed my order. But the order was already in. They had a lemon Oreo pancake, or you could do the lemon Oreo milkshake. And I thought, all right, maybe. And I asked the waitress, and she hadn't tried it. And I thought, I've already ordered the other food. I don't need to get more pancakes. So we just went with the regulars, and the regulars were fantastic. So it was really good. So she's tucked away out in Athens, getting ready for the school year. So wishing her well at the start of her, I think she only has 3 semesters left. So getting close, a year and a half left, basically. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I want to remind everybody, coming up this weekend on Fox, we have the Steelers Saturday afternoon. I believe it's 12:30 is when pregame starts. Kickoff at 1, and then following that, it's the Travers Stakes from Saratoga. Going to try and get off to the races, up and flying, and talk about the big race coming up. But that's a race at 4:00. And how about the Alabama Stakes last week? I happened to catch the race. We talked about it. It was sensational. So a lot of excitement there. But again, it is National Tooth Fairy Day. It's the biggest day of the year, maybe, for a lot of people, especially if you have a loose tooth now. But then the thing is, once you're done, you're done. The Tooth Fairy comes, and once you lose all those teeth, and the Tooth Fairy is giving out the goods, you lose a tooth now. Like if I lost my front tooth tomorrow, Tooth Fairy's not coming. That kind of stinks. You got to go to the dentist, and the Tooth Fairy says, "Sorry about your luck," and the dentist says, "How much are we going to pay?" And then you get it fixed. And here has a couple other things. National Pecan Tort Day. So that wouldn't be too bad on National Tooth Fairy if you're looking for a snack. I've never had a pecan tort. It looks pretty good. And Never Been Better Day. It's a day to thank your canines for never treating you in any ill will. Just always taking care of you. So a big day today. A big night tonight for high school football. It kicks off. Make sure you get all the action, all of the recaps as Ohio starts its high school football season with some Thursday night games. One of the big games, of course, is Shadyside Martins Ferry. We have it covered with live game action. And then tomorrow night, on Friday night, you have Sports Friday. Sports Friday on the go with myself and Don Sloan as we get ready to bring in the 2024 high school football season. Now, with Sports Friday on the go, we actually will be in this content center. We may be at the big table, but you're going to be able to see 5 games, live cut-ins from the games. We'll describe the action, bring you the action, show you the scores up to date, bring you all the information you need to know, and you'll be able to watch 5 games at a time from around the Ohio Valley. And you can do it on the WTOV9 app. You can do it on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. You can do it on the WTOV9 website. So you can bring us to the game, as we like to say. You can be that second screen. Of course, the Nacho Man involved. So if you want to have some nachos when you're watching, that's more than appropriate as we get ready for another big high school football season. And Big Marty is checked in, and that is 3 exclamation points and a football. So Marty is ready to go as we get ready for high school football season, college football season, of course, the National Football League. will be right around the corner. Steelers playing their third preseason game. Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. Who's at quarterback? Who do you think should start? They've said all along it's going to be Russell Wilson. But Fields I'll tell you what, by the end of the year, I think it's going to be his team. I think he's a little more dynamic right now with his legs. Russell Wilson just seems like maybe that tank is getting a little bit empty. So don't want to say they can't get it done. Don't want to say they can't get it done. But watching the game the other night, Steelers preseason game, I did like what Fields was doing. Now, Wilson has a little bit of a leg issue that he's working through. But again, Justin Fields looked pretty good. Oh, by the way, Krispy Kreme, how about this one? You want a donut and you want some Dr. Pepper? They've rolled it all into one. So you can get some Dr. Pepper donut-flavored donuts with some icing and all that stuff, all that goodness. The new flavor comes just in time for the return of the National Football League and college football. Celebrate the Krispy Kreme is offering a $0 delivery on all orders via its app and online from Friday the 23rd through the 25th. So if you want to get some donuts that taste like Dr. Pepper, that's probably pretty good, I would think. 23 flavors, right? Rotten Tomatoes, you can be a reviewer. And let's see. Starbucks are getting ready for pumpkin spice. That's going to be released. When is that going to be released today? Jeff Exline's probably in line somewhere. All right, so Starbucks is ready to roll out fall menu. Seattle-based coffee chain announced that his beloved pumpkin spice latte will return to all locations today. Where is Jeff Exline? We must find Jeff Exline, because if there's pumpkin spice involved and it is in a coffee form, he is wherever that is going to be. And on that note, we're going to wrap things up for today. Sorry about the late start. As I mentioned, we had a little bit of an issue with our technology, but we got it figured out. And one thing we always have figured out, Valley Converting, always outstanding people, and it's outstanding job getting all of your paper products recycled, helping the environment. And let's hear from them.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
Mike Biasi leading the charge for Valley Converting, and we can't thank them enough for all of their help with everything that they do. We greatly appreciate it. We can't thank them enough, and we can't thank you enough for joining us for the 9-Minute Phill-Up. It is every day at 10 o'clock, and we greatly appreciate you stopping by and supporting us as well. So thank you. And again, thank you to Valley Converting. And we are ready for some high school football. Football season starts tonight. Make sure you check out all the action. We'll have it covered for you on WTOV9, the stations of WTOV9, led by sports director Rob Metzger, and of course, Jack Hillgrove and the rest of the crew, all the photographers getting out there and doing a great job for us. So again, enjoy the weekend. Have a great weekend. I know it's here. I'm always looking ready for the weekend. Remember the 2 rules going into the weekend. Have fun and always try your best. 2 rules. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time.